Alright everyone, welcome back. So we recently just did a long period of time where I was only cooking Indian food and I was like, back to regular schedule. No more cooking one country's food for a while. We're back on just straight national dishes. It's gonna be a great time. Boom, Indonesia hits. They have 5 different national dishes. Welcome to Indonesian month. We're going right into it with chicken satay here. Yeah, it's what it is. Sometimes you think you're done cooking a bunch of things and then you're not. Sometimes you also think that you're gonna have power after a hurricane and then you don't. And now I'm at my parents' house for, has it almost been a week now? But I'm gonna try and cook all 5 Indonesian dishes today. It is 2 p.m. I want to be done by 7 and some of them take 5 hours. We are already behind schedule. So chicken satay, pretty easy one. There's actually 2 parts to it really. There's the marinade and then the peanut sauce. That's all that there is. So what you're going to need in total to make all of it is 6 of these shallots. They're the little tiny red onion kinds. I think these are technically baby red onions. I don't think they're shallots, but they call them shallots. So, you know, 9 cloves of garlic. You can make it 10 if you want. Who cares? Some brown sugar, wooden sticks, chicken thighs. These are bone in, skin on. I'm gonna debone them. You could use boneless, skinless if you want, or use boneless, skin on. I don't know, whatever you got at the store. A hurricane just hit. This is what they had, all right? I really struggled to find some of the ingredients this time because I had to rebuy all the spices because I don't have all the spices like I normally do when I'm at my house because, you know, I've bought all them before. So you'll see that come into play here a little bit. Then we have ground coriander, ground cumin, ground turmeric, ginger, sambal olek, tamarind paste, this stuff, which is called recap manis. I think I pronounced that right. I don't know. It's Indonesian. ABC is the brand that comes up most commonly. Sweet soy sauce is what it's called here. You can tell it's Indonesian because it says it on the package. Peanuts. Oh, sorry. Peanuts. This is mostly just for topping and mostly for show. But you could also boil them, cook them down to make organic peanut butter paste, which you're going to need in the peanut sauce, or you can just buy organic peanut butter that is, well, I mean, or natural peanut butter. Normally it's the organic ones that you'll get that only are peanuts and salt. That's what you need. No other things inside of it. It needs to be just peanuts and salt for it to be correct. Anyways, guys, I guess let's get started here. We're gonna start off by making the marinade, which means we need a food processor. I've never used this food processor before. I've never used anything in this house before. This is gonna be a fun time. There we go. Oh, no, yes. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, bolt lock. Nope. Feels like it should be the other way. You know what? It's in. We're gonna roll with it. Step 1 is the marinade. We need 5 cloves of garlic. Does this come any closer? No, we're just gonna. Okay, all right. Yeah, no, that's fine. 5 cloves of garlic. 3 of these shallots. The other 3, I don't know. Put them to the side somewhere. It's for later. It's crazy. I have more space than I normally would at my house, and yet still I'm standing here struggling for space. Get the shallot skin off and the root end and tip end. You know, you've cut an onion before. It's the same exact thing. They're just smaller, which makes it substantially more annoying because normally when you're doing an onion, you know, at least you feel like you're getting a lot of progress with every stroke, you know, with every move. With this one, it feels tedious. It's kind of like when you're peeling garlic. It takes 20 minutes of your life to peel all that garlic and you're like, God, I wish garlic came pre-peeled. And then you find out that garlic does come pre-peeled, but it goes bad in like 2 days. So really, unless you're gonna like use a ton of garlic for something, it's not even worth it. But you still contemplate wasting the money to buy the pre-peeled garlic every single time you go to do recipes. Or in my case today, since I was gonna need about 40 pieces of peeled garlic, I just bought it. We're gonna need 2 teaspoons of coriander, and I started the oven by leaning up against it. That's super safe. Thank God for putting a touch screen on the very front of the oven. That makes perfect sense. 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. You can also use white pepper. We just don't have any here. A teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of tamarind paste, which seems to be a solid mass this time instead of the liquid form. At my house, I have the liquid form, probably what you needed to use in this scenario, but they did not have that at the Asian market over here, so we make do with what we've got. That looks like about a teaspoon. You know, maybe a little more. Maybe we just grab. Don't use a knife as a spoon. It's really unsafe. Actually, I think that's probably actually over a teaspoon in there now that I put this up to the little teaspoon thingy, so we're just gonna put that all back and place this goo over here. Guys, I'm not sure why it turned off. I put the tamarind in there and then a splash of water and we started blending. I also spent about 10 minutes trying to figure out how to use the food process. Don't look at this. You don't need to see the fact that I have the recipe written down there. I also used about 10 minutes just trying to figure out how to get the food processor to work. You're blending this into a paste, all right? Just I'm gonna assume we're gonna have a lot of camera problems today because I don't have my normal rig, which I usually have camera problems with my normal rig too, so you know, that's cool. So this is it. I feel like this should be more, like there should be more stuff in here, but hey, that's the recipe. You also probably got a finer grind on this, but not in this food processor. Clear off your workstation. Grab a bowl. Let's get into this chicken. How'd that not cut through plastic? You need to debone and cut up your chicken. Now, if I had a paring knife, that would be cool. They probably do. What is this? Ooh, okay. All right, this is a boning knife. I don't even own one of these, but this is what this knife is made for. I mean, you don't really, I was about to say, you don't need to be careful. You do need to be careful. Don't cut your hand. But I meant in the sense of like, you don't have to worry about how you cut the meat because you're gonna cut this up into little pieces anyways. This knife actually sucks. I hate this knife. What are the knives we got here? Long one, long one, long one, serrated one. Keep your raw chicken meat hands out of your silverware while you do this. Just cut yourself some nice slices, I guess. That's more tendon or cartilage, whatever I don't know what it's called, this hard shit. Cut it into pieces, throw it in your bowl. You know what? The skin doesn't want to seem to stay on, so it's not going to stay on. Fine by me. We'll leave some skin on, take the rest off. And now rinse and repeat that tedious step that you just saw me do for every single one of these, or just buy boneless chicken thighs so you don't have to do this. Or like own a sharper knife. That would also work really well. I wonder if I can just like rip it, you know? I'm pretty strong. Can I just tear the bone? I can just rip the bone off. I was just like, it doesn't seem that sturdy, you know? This whole thing seems pretty weak, flimsy. You just kind of gotta dig your finger in. When you feel those joints, just pop it. Eventually, you just get that. Now, there's a lot of meat left on this one, so we're gonna come on this side, rip it there. I don't think I want that. That seems like silver skin. It's crazy. We are not gonna be done with this by 7. I'm lucky if I'm done with this by like 9. I wanted to have this part done by 2 p.m. It's 2:30 already. Should have known better. This is how it always goes where I'm filming. All right, that was a process. There's so much waste in this process. That's crazy. Give my hands a quick rinse just because they feel gross. Now let's get over here. I need to grab all of this out of here. I feel like you could have used less pepper. All that I'm smelling is pepper here. I'm gonna say use less black pepper. Cut that down to half a teaspoon maybe. I used what, a whole? If you're using white pepper, I'd say continue to use the whole, but the black pepper, more aggressive, more bitey, you know? We're just gonna mix this on up. Now you're gonna cover that and put it in your fridge, let it marinate for, I mean, at least 2 hours. You wanna go for a long time. I'm probably gonna cook this around 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna go for about 5. All right, now it's time to whip up the chicken sauté sauce. So, start off with 5 cloves of garlic, 3 shallots, 1 inch of ginger. Blend this up in your food processor. All right, so now grab the shallot, ginger, and garlic mixture here and just scrape all that into the pan. And 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of sambal, and just cook the rawness out of that. 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, and 2 tablespoons of the sweet ABC soy sauce. Mix that up and add in 1 cup of ground up peanuts. Just mix it all together, and that's it for the sauce. I pull it off the heat. The residual heat should melt the peanut butter down, and there you go. Some simple satay sauce. Now we just have to grill them, and then we're done. All right, so now take your chicken and just skewer it on up. You really want to stab yourself with a wooden skewer while you're holding raw chicken. This satay sauce is far too thick. I'm going to add in a half cup of water just to thin it out a bit. That's a much better consistency. All right, now let's take this out to the grill. So I don't got time to stand here and grill, so I'm letting my father do it while I go prep everything else. But I mean, you've grilled meat before. Grill it until it's charred and then you're good to go. We got like, what, 5 skewers out of this? 5 skewers. Bam. All right, that'll grill. I'll be back when it's done. After a quick flip. It's really looking good. They smell good too. That bad boy's sticking. There we go, chicken satay. We'll see you in a minute for when we try it. I'm terrible at filming with my hand. This is why I mount it on my face. All right, trying chicken satay. That's just Oh, I'm going for a bite.
You going for that sour whatever?
ASMR? Yeah. I'm gonna be right here.
Purposely trying to shoot it really loud.
I'm sure people will love that. It's really good. Well spiced. I love the peanut sauce on top. Turmeric comes through. I got a lot of coriander out of it. Not much cumin. I think there was an equal amount of cumin though. She tastes the cumin. I'm just gonna put you guys on camera. Pretty good though. Honestly, very easy. This was the easiest thing to make out of this. Peanut sauce took like 2 seconds. I mean, you saw me whip it together and it's delicious. You just kind of need all the stuff. Overall, I'd say make this one. All right, bye.